Hello. So I was looking at this question called median partition, and I couldn't solve it. So the answer I'm going to talk about is from the editorial, and yeah, it's from this answer. So my answer is based off of this solution. And what this question basically asks is that with your array A, and you want to split this array A into subsets, and for each subset you want all of the subsets to have the same median, and for each subset you want all the subsets to have an odd value, an odd number of values in the subset. So each subset has an odd size. And for example, let's just say this first test case. We can split this test case into three subsets. We can put the first value into its own subset, the second value into its own subset, and all of these values into one subset. And then we'll have three subsets, and all of these have median 3. So the first thing you can notice is that let's just say A is the amount of values that are greater than median, and we just choose an arbitrary median, and we say B is equal to this values equal to median. C is equal to the values of C is equal to the value smaller than median. And what we notice is that for median, for this to be true, it has to be true that A plus B for the median to actually be the median, it must be evident that A plus B is bigger than C and B plus C is bigger than A. And from here you can prove that the median of the entire array is equal to the median of of each subset. And this can be seen because let's just say x is the median, and for x to be the median there has to be a specific amount of numbers bigger than that median and a specific amount of numbers smaller than that median, and it will only balance out if this formula will only be true if if the median is equal to the median of the entire array, because inherently the entire array already has this much values greater than the median and this much value smaller than the median. So by changing the median to something else, then it just wouldn't work because the number of values will be different. Like, let's just say I said 4 is the median, and if 4 is the median, there will be 0 values that are greater than 4, and 4 values smaller than 4, and that doesn't satisfy this equation. So you want to remember that the median of all of the sub arrays is equal to the median of the entire array. And from here, what you can do is you can kind of do a DP, and you can do DP by, let's just say I start at this value. This value by itself it can be 1, and this value, the value I check the value before is also 1, so it's 2. And now now the way this DP works is now I count back by every 2, since each subset has to be equal to 3, or each size of the subset has to be odd. And there's another value here called because my DP is going to be n plus 1 size, and I'm going to check if this subset works, and if it does work, then I'm just going to make it the maximum, the DP of this value going to be the maximum of the DP of this value, or the DP of this value plus 1, so it would be equal to 1. And I keep on doing this, and for example 3, I will check if this works as a subset and if this works as a subset, and I find the maximum of the answer between all of the values, all of the subsets that 3 are in, where 3 is the last value and the size of the subset is an odd number. And now we can look at the code, and I kind of had to look at the solution to write this code. So this code is not completely my own. And so basically, you take in all the values and then you calculate the median, and from the median you set all the values. You set the value equal to 1 if it's bigger than the median, and the value smaller than equal to -1 if it's smaller than the median, and equal to 0 if it's equal to the median. And from here you just start your DP, and in your DP you just want to find this is just checking if the value before it is equal to the median, and if it's equal to the median and your current value, no, this is checking if your current value is equal to the median, and if you can instantly just choose this value and take the answer from dp I minus 1. So this is why it's either I equals 1 or dp I minus 1 is bigger than 0. And then from here, it's the actual DP, where you find the sum of the values of the two values for each iteration, the two values right here. And those two values, I check if it can become a subset, and if it can become a subset. If it can't become a subset, I continue. And if it can become a subset, I create, I make the maximum. Yeah, I set the DPI to I just set the current value to the maximum, and I print out the DP. And that works. And sorry if today the explanation kind of sucked, because I don't know, I haven't been feeling too good today, and I currently have my tongue is pretty swollen for like, wait, no, that sounds weird, but like, yeah, my tongue kind of hurts, so I can't really talk that well. But hopefully the explanation wasn't that bad. But I'll see what I can do again tomorrow. Thank you.